What's going on, people? It's your man, Mr. Controversy, representing the 3-point conversion. Did you miss me? Yes, this is my NFL diary. All right, it's another week closer to the NFL season. But I'm thankful it's preseason. I'm thankful it's football. I mean, hey, it's football. So, gotta talk about these rookies. Actually, let me tell you what's on the plate. I'm gonna talk about the rookies. I will talk about the hot teams after week 2 of the NFL preseason. And we have to talk about this Cris Carter situation and what he said at the rookie symposium. Was it a big deal? Do I agree? I got to get down with that. So first off, let's start with the rookies. All right, rookie watch. Mr. Controversy's rookie watch. Let's start off with, it's a rookie that most people might not be familiar with. It's a safety that plays for the Buffalo Bills named Ron Darby. This guy came out of Florida State, second-round pick. I like this kid. This kid is nice. He has great instincts. He's always around the ball, always causing havoc. He only had 2 tackles. You say, Mr. Controversy, only 2 tackles? He didn't do anything. But he had 2 picks. And yeah, I know people saying, but Mr. Controversy, he went against the Cleveland Browns. I can get 2 picks. No, you can't. I can, but you can't. But anyway, just kidding. But Ron Darby, this guy was everywhere making plays. I mean, he's a Rex Ryan type of player. He's like I said, nose is always somewhere around the ball. He's physical, but he's instinctive, and I like that about him. So, hey, watch out for this kid. Mr. Controversy told you first. Watch out for this kid. Then we have to talk about Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper, he played in limited action. I mean, he had more reps than he had last week, but he only had 1 catch. But it was a big catch. 1 catch for 40 yards. Nice catch. Had his feet in bounds. It was very close, but he caught it. A deep route with Carr. Like this combination. I like this combination. Always liked him in Alabama. Didn't want to admit it. Actually, I didn't admit it till like after college season. But this kid was nice. He's a receiver. He reminds me of an Andre Johnson type. And why I say Andre Johnson because he's big. He's fast, but he's a great route runner, and he's not one of those wide receivers like T.O., Calvin Johnson, even Antonio Bryant, or even Dez. I'm talking about one of those wide receivers always making flashy plays. Not saying he can't, but he's just a wide receiver who's going to keep his nose clean, make catches, do what he needs to do, and get stats. That's Andre Johnson. So, big ups to Amari Cooper. Next, have to talk about this guy named Leonard Williams. And he's the first overall pick for the Jets. The first pick for the Jets. And, man, they said he was the best rookie coming out in the draft. He proved it against the Atlanta Falcons. This kid had 5 tackles, 1.5 sacks. I'm sorry, I forgot to add that to it. 1.5 sacks, 3 tackles for loss, and a safety. And he didn't even play the whole game. So this would be a defensive player of the week type of game for a defensive tackle. And he did this all in a half. This dude is a monster. Forget beast, he's a monster. I mean, they couldn't stop him. They couldn't block him. Agile, quick. Of course, he's tough. I mean, playing nose tackle. Or not nose tackle, but he's playing DT. But, man, this dude had a game. This kid's going to be special. Wish we would have got him. This kid's going to be special. I like him. I like Leonard Williams. Then my last 2 rookies have to start off with Marcus Mariota. Had a solid game, man. I like this. I like this kid. I wasn't high on him coming out of college. I thought he was a lot of hype, but I mean, we still don't know. It's preseason, but I love his poise. I didn't know his arm was that strong. I didn't know he had a strong arm. I didn't know that, and he commanded the huddle. He has those players playing for him. They're on his side. You know, they believe in him. But I mean, he had a chance. McCluster dropped the touchdown pass from him, but he led his team to two nice drives. I like Marcus Mariota. I think this kid might be special, man. I didn't know he had it in him. Of course, it's preseason, and let's see when he's playing against the number one team all, during the whole game. But still, this kid is nice. Got some zest to him. I like him. I like him a lot. And then we have to talk about Mr. Jameis Winston. Good old Winston. You know, I think Winston is going to be a star in this league. A lot of people hated on him because of what happened preseason, first preseason game. It's preseason. It's his first game. Just one game in preseason. He came out nervous, like I talked about in my last NFL diary. But this game came out under control, leading his troops. You saw him. You saw the way he played, the confidence, the way the team battled for him and battled with him. The throws he made. I mean, he made some top quarterback NFL caliber throws. I mean, some NFL throws. Like I said, Mariota has a nice arm. I didn't know his arm was that strong. But I don't think Mariota can make that throw or make some of those throws that Winston made today. So, as they said in my movie Life, yeah, that's old drunken Winston. He did his thing tonight. He did his thing. Like I said, Winston reminds me of if I can compare him in basketball. I know a lot of people want to hit the stop it button on me, but listen, just let me finish. He reminds me of a Kobe Bryant. And the reason why I say that is when Kobe first came in the league, Kobe was this guy, a lot of hype around this guy, but you seen it in his eyes. This kid wanted to be the best. He wanted to learn. He prepared himself. He was ready. He was game ready. I mean, you could tell he made dumb mistakes, but you could tell this kid was born to be a star. You could tell this kid had it, and he wanted. He was destined. He wanted it. Same thing I see in Winston. I mean, I haven't seen a player like this in a while. Like you see Luck, you see Peyton and Luck. Yeah, both of them came in. They was prepared. Like they were. Their IQs was high. So is Winston, but they didn't have that glare in their eyes. That I want to be great. I'm going to be great no matter what. And you see that in Winston. So big up to all my rookies. Hopefully y'all have long careers. Now, let's move to the teams, the hot teams. So I'm going to first start off with, once again, the Atlanta Falcons. I told y'all. People talked about me, Mr. Controversy, you bugging. Oh, man, you talking about the Falcons. It's preseason. Yes, and it's still preseason. I get that. But what did we see week 2? Came out firing. Told you that team has a different approach, mental approach. That team is tough now. When is the last time you can identify the Falcons being tough? To be real, I can't say it. Maybe in 70, what year was that when they made the playoffs? 81, something like that. That's the only time I can remember them being tough. And I just saw that on highlights, But as far as I can remember, and I'm 36 years old, the Falcons never been a tough team. But they are now. They look tough. They act tough. And they play tough. Running around, Beasley on defense. Ryan looks good. They look good. Just the defense in itself looks good. And like I said, I just love their approach. And I'm telling you, watch out for the Falcons. I said it here. Watch out for the Falcons. My next team, the Philadelphia Eagles. Yeah, they put a 40 burger on Baltimore Ravens, but not just because of the 40 burger. But it looks like Chip Kelly is up to his old tricks again. It's a fast pace, running the ball. And to me, I think last year he kind of went away from that. But he's going back to his rookie year where he didn't care. It was, we're going to make you adjust and beat us and adjust to us. And the only way you can beat us is if you play fast like us. And I don't think nobody can play fast like us. That was the approach the Eagles had and Chip Kelly had. And they got a couple of players. A guy named Aguilar. I think I'm saying his name correctly. If I said or if I said it wrong, I do apologize. But he was nice. He's nice, fast receiver. The running backs look good. DeMarco and Ryan Matthews. Man, that offensive line looked real good. So Mark Sanchez, I know I want to say stop it myself, but he looked good. I mean, hey, so I like the Philadelphia Eagles, man. They look good. I'm not saying they're going to be great, but if they keep playing like this and play to that style, you can't beat them. You won't be able to beat them. They'll win another 10, 11 games, I think, if they play to this style. But we will see. You got Bradford playing quarterback, so we will see. And my last team is, I mentioned the rookie quarterback, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Yes, they play Andy Dalton and Bengals, but man, Lovey, as a Bears fan, I miss Lovey. I miss that defense who's getting turnovers all game, flying around the ball. Once they get a turnover, they trying to run it back for a touchdown, which they did tonight, and almost had a second touchdown. I miss that. But the running game, Doug Martin looked fresh. We talked about Jameis, and what I liked about Jameis is he's a rookie. He gets hurt. Glennon comes in, throw a touchdown. He's celebrating the hardest, Winston. So I love that about Winston. I like Tampa Bay, man. If they play like this, they're going to be scary. But again, it's preseason. But like I said, it's week 2. So those are my 3 teams. And speaking of Philadelphia, real quick, we got to talk about that hit with Terrell Suggs. Everybody talk about how Terrell Suggs was a lot of people saying that was an uncalled for hit and it was dirty. No, it wasn't. He didn't hit him hard. He tackled him. He sent a message. That was it. I mean, what you expect him to do? Then if he hit him up high, people will say, oh, it was a hit to the helmet. Whatever, man. He sent a message. You know how Suggs is. That's my dude. Leave him alone. He didn't hit him hard. But he sent a message. It's football. It's football. Football. Come on, y'all. It's football. I guess y'all forgot that after the 2000s. 2009. It's football. That's how football is played. Tough. Rough. He didn't try to hurt him. It's the intimidation factor. That's football. So, and real quick, let me give my garbage play of the week. Of course, it's your man, Andy Dalton. Garbage. That dude looked like hot garbage tonight. Joker's garbage. Well, for this week, I won't say he's garbage forever, but he's the garbage player of the week. So I get to call him, I get to say that Joker's garbage. I mean, he looked horrible. He need to be ashamed of himself. But it's preseason. I guess that's the excuse for everything, right? It's preseason. So, finally, let me talk about this Cris Carter situation. So, if you don't know, it's been all over. Football, news, radio, television. Been talking about Cris Carter and this rookie symposium in 2015 now, so 2014. And he talked about how he was, how Cris Carter is. He's very emotional, talking about how, rookies, y'all make sure you keep your head on straight, don't do nothing stupid. I did something dumb and it almost cost me my career. You don't want to, he went through all of that. But then he talked about not messing up, of course, but he specifically talked about having a fall guy. Make sure you have a fall guy. That's what he said. And when he was saying a fall guy, he was basically talking about, in case you do something stupid, you have this person that would take the charge or hold itself accountable for everything that happened. They have to go to jail, whatever. Just have that fall guy. Now, I rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. And yes, Mr. Controversy understands why it would rub people the wrong way. I get that. Not mad at it. Not mad at you for that. But at the same time, we all know Cris Carter is real. And I personally agree with what he's saying as far as it's real talk. I mean, yeah, sometimes we don't want to hear that, but it's real talk. Look at it like this. Yeah, I know you can look at it from this standpoint. Oh, he's saying basically if you commit a murder, have someone take the charge, you get away with it. And yeah, you can take it like that if you want to, but I don't think he was saying that. He was just being real. It don't have to do it. It don't have to be a murder. It don't have to be a sexual assault. It's basically if you in the wrong place at the wrong time, you do something stupid. Like he said, you're gonna do something stupid. You're a rookie. It happens. But just have a guy take the blame. Learn from your mistakes. Let him take the blame. Don't do it again. I get that. You say, how can you say that? I put it like this. For a lot of religions or people that just don't feel, don't want their son to have sex. I grew up in a Christian home. I'm Christian. I grew up in church. I grew up in church, and we were taught not to have sex. I'm saying that back then they didn't want to say, well, you shouldn't have sex, it's fornication. So let's say now, just you have a son that's 10 years old, 12 years old. You're still not going to tell your son what some people do. But, for the people who want to say, hey, you don't need to have sex now. You don't need to have sex. But let me show you how to use a condom, because you need a condom to protect yourself. The same thing. Yes, you don't condone him having sex, but at the same time, at that early age, but at the same time, you still want him to protect himself if he does. You say, well, that's the wrong message. Okay, let your son have some babies. Or in football, let him mess up and get in trouble because he done something because he's young. He made the wrong choice. So I get what Cris Carter is saying. People might get mad at me. So what? Whatever. It's preseason. So, that's it. My NFL diary. You can follow me on Twitter at Mr. Controversy21. Also, the 3-point conversion at 3-point conversion. Also, you can check out my YouTube channel if you're looking at this right now, the 3-point conversion YouTube channel. Make sure you check out my website, the 3pointconversion.com website. It's a place where fans' opinions matter. Great articles, great writers, great battlegrounds, videos. You'll see this on there as well. Also, on Saturday mornings, every Saturday morning at 10 o'clock a.m. Eastern Time, I have a radio podcast. We shoot it live, the radio podcast, and then it's a podcast later on, of course. But at 10 a.m. Eastern Time on Blog Talk Radio, it's called the 3-Point Conversion Sports Lounge. Look it up, the 3-Point Conversion Sports Lounge. I'm with my man Glass, my co-host. So check me out. It was nice. It's my third week. This is my third week in preseason. So trying to get better, trying to do well, trying to get acclimated to this schedule, So anyway, I see you when I see you. Y'all have a good time. Enjoy this football and be safe. Will you miss me? I'm out.